Right now, you are lying on something soft, raised off the floor, with springs or foam, or at the very least a folded blanket between you and the hard ground. You've never questioned it. A bed is just what you sleep on. It's furniture, it's comfort, it's the last thing you touch before you black out for 8 hours. That arrangement, a raised surface, off the ground, cushioned, is not natural. It's not instinct, it's an invention. For most of human history, it didn't exist. For almost the entire time our species has existed, humans slept exactly where they stood. On dirt, on stone, on the bare ground, in the open, with nothing between their bodies and the earth except maybe a hide if they were lucky. And that arrangement was not comfortable. It was not safe. Sleeping on the ground was one of the most dangerous things a human being did every single day. So the question is simple. If sleeping on the ground was that dangerous, why did it take so long for humans to stop? And what finally made them get up off the floor? Let's start with the obvious threat. The ground is cold, not cold like a chilly room. Cold like a heat sink that pulls warmth straight out of your body all night long. Lie directly on bare earth and your body loses heat through conduction, not just through the air around you. You can be wrapped in fur and still wake up freezing because the cold isn't coming from above. It's coming from underneath you, hour after hour, all night. Then there's the damp. Ground holds moisture. Even ground that looks dry is often damp a few inches down, and that moisture wicks straight into anything lying on top of it. A person sleeping on bare soil through a rainy season wasn't just cold. They were slowly soaked from below, night after night, for months. But cold and damp weren't even the worst part. The worst part was who else was down there with you. The ground at night is where things move. Snakes travel along the surface looking for warmth, and a sleeping human radiating body heat is exactly what a cold-blooded animal is drawn toward. Scorpions and biting insects live in the leaf litter and loose soil, and a body lying flat on the ground is directly in their path. Archaeologists studying ancient campsites have found that ground-level sleeping areas show far higher rates of parasite infestation than any other part of a settlement, because ticks, fleas, and mites move easily from soil into skin with nothing in between. The bigger predators were worse. A sleeping human at ground level is at the exact same height as a hyena's jaws, a leopard's claws, a snake's strike range. You're at the lowest, most exposed position your body can be in for the longest uninterrupted stretch of your entire day. So here's what's strange. Given all of that, why didn't humans just get off the ground immediately? Because getting off the ground required something they didn't have yet, a reason to build, and the material to build with. The earliest evidence we have of humans deliberately upgrading how they slept isn't a bed frame. It's bedding. At Sibudu Cave in South Africa, archaeologists found layers of grass, sedge, and rush laid down as sleeping mats dating back roughly 77,000 years. The top layer included leaves from a plant called Cape Laurel, which naturally repels insects. This was a designed surface, replaced and burned periodically to keep it clean. Long before anyone built a bed, humans had already figured out that what you sleep on matters as much as where you sleep. Bedding on the ground still left you on the ground. The real shift happened when humans started raising that surface up. Once someone thought of it, the logic was simple. If cold rises from the earth, put distance between your body and the earth. If insects crawl along the floor, put your sleeping surface above the floor. If predators move at ground level, sleep higher than ground level. Raised sleeping platforms show up across the archaeological and ethnographic record in strikingly similar forms, independently invented by groups who had no contact with each other. The idea kept reappearing. Simple wooden frames lashed together with cordage, packed with grass or hide for cushioning, lifted a person just far enough off the earth to break the cold conduction and put a physical barrier between them and whatever moved through the dirt at night. In parts of ancient China, a heated raised platform called a kang combined sleeping height with an actual underfloor heat source. In cold climates across northern Asia and Europe, platform beds packed with dried moss or straw became a base design. It kept showing up, century after century, culture after culture. And once you're off the ground, something else becomes possible. You can build a frame with sides, so nothing rolls away. You can layer materials with actual structure, a firm base, a softer top, instead of just piling grass and hoping. The bed as we understand it, a frame, a surface, a deliberate stack